He is a heavy bugger. I'll tell you that much. Good morning and welcome back. So, if you remember in the last video, we worked on setting where those rear hanger brackets would be. So this time we will be working on the front brackets and working on the main hanger bracket and stabilizer bracket. I'm not going to go into a bunch of detail, so we're just going to get started. All right, so the first thing I did was I made a bracket. And I wanted to make sure there was enough room so it would avoid the belt and there would be no rubbing. I mean, I may just take, I think I'll take and I'll cut a little bit out here, and that should be good. And then she'll be welded to the main wall. I'll weld it all the way around on the floor. And yeah, I'll cut this out some more so that belt's got more room for rock hopping style. Hop in there or something on the pulley and don't need the belt hitting that. All right, I still have the other side to make. Okay, both brackets are made. That one over there is done. Now they just got to be welded in. All right, so the brackets in the front are all welded in. And lift up in the air. All right, now the last and final part is this part right here. So bring it down all the way, then we will work on that. All right, so I got my pieces all welded in. Now I just need to drill the holes for them. It's all hung up, all on the hangers, doing exactly what I said it was going to do. Okay. Put some trimming on this piece here real quick. Just a little bit of trimming right there. All right. That will work. Gets up in the air. She gets down on the ground. Does exactly what I need her to do. Got that done. And that's all I've got time for today. But if you like this video, like and subscribe, support the channel. But I will be back again tomorrow. And I'm back. So, I apologize for not getting a video out Wednesday. I've been fighting a head cold and it's been quite irritating. So, but today I'm feeling okay. But we are going to, or I am going to, start the process and see if I can't get this engine out today. If not, I will at least get it to the point to where the engine is ready to come out. I don't expect it's going to be light, but I at least can get everything disconnected and get the engine ready to come out. All right, now that I got the wheels off of it and have it safely hanging, I get a better view of what it is I'm working with. So first things I'll do is I'll disconnect the batteries, or the battery, okay? And then I'll see what connects to what. All right, those are disconnected. I think I'm gonna pull these panels off. So I found a couple of reviews on the the snapper joystick control, Z control, or Z riders as they call them. And people really like them. The only thing they wish they had was a cup holder. I can understand that. I mean, what are you going to do with your other hand? Well, that's what they say they use to hold their drink of choice. Because this was having carburetor issues, I actually put a shutoff in the line, and the reason for that was because for some reason it was loading up and flooding out the carburetor. But it was still kind of a pain in the butt because you would not know exactly how much to shut it off, and then you'd shut it off too much, and then you'd starve it. So it was a bit of a pain in the butt trying to find a happy medium. What I'll do is let's go ahead and pull this off. I mean, she's not bad, but she's not the best either. So she's given me enough issues that I've had enough with it. Very good. Disconnect this though. Okay. And here we have the throttle cable. There's that. Go ahead. Looks like I need to undo this bracket right here. Okay. I have that same plug-in, 2 different brands. Maybe I don't have to do that. Stick that out of the way there. Put it right back on the starter. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with this engine. It's just a carburetor issue, and I am pretty sick of messing with it, so there she goes. Got lucky there. Okay, and we'll go ahead and stick that wire there. So we know that those are our starter wires. I'm going to tighten this back up because it should have been tightened up before, and then we'll go ahead and we'll put the other one back on. We'll just kind of snug that a little bit. I think we're just about ready to go ahead and pull this out, but I do underneath. The one thing I want to show you, so they have an adjustment screw, and it's right there, and that, my friends, is what works for that. And also gotta loosen that bolt nut on the top. So we'll loosen that so we can get the belt off. Okay, so I think I've got everything disconnected. Even underneath there, I got the belts all loose. I might have some belt issues and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure that the hole is big enough that I should just be able to pull the whole thing out. And the belt shouldn't give me any trouble, but we'll find out. So we're gonna go ahead and pull the engine out. All right, so I got the engine all unbolted. She's ready to come out. Let's see how hard it's gonna be. She's heavy. She's a heavy girl. That clutch assembly's got some weight to it, I'll tell you what. It's got a couple spots where it looks like you might be able to get some help. So I got out my engine hoist. This should hopefully do the trick. She is a heavy bugger. Okay. Okay. Let's see. We're stuck on, if anything. There we go. So first thing we're probably gonna need to do is we need to get this clutch off, and then we can get the engine down. Then we'll work on getting that engine installed after we clean up this bay. My pullers are in my other toolboxes. All right, so she's out, and it looks like I'm gonna have to use a puller. So, fortunately, it's on there pretty good. Been on there a long time, but it looks like I'm gonna have to go ahead and use a puller. The bearings don't sound bad, but bearings sound good in the clutch, so definitely not gonna complain there. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get my puller, and I've got some big ones, and get onto this pulley here inside of there, and I'm gonna have to pull this off. And unfortunately, they're in a toolbox stored away. So other things I'm going to do, and one reason I've got it sit on its side is so the oil moves. I need to switch this oil drain over to that one. The drain's pretty much in the same spot, but it's straight. So definitely going to be doing that. But I can at least clean this all up and get the great grime off of it. And the other thing I'm probably going to do, seeing as how, because I have to get a belt anyway, so is I'm going to have to figure out what size belt I'm going to need to run that drive, because this looks like it is not a lot of fun to replace the belts on. So this is of course the drive belt, and then which loops over. This is constantly going, always turning. So but the other belt I'm gonna have to figure out roughly a length after and I'll probably bring this down, pull the deck back off of it, raise it back up, get the deck out, because I need to transfer to those, and because that deck doesn't have those, I need to put those on the deck. So there's that. So I got a bit of work I can do until I go and dig my puller out and then get my belt size. May take and load this into the skid steer with the forks and take it outside, power wash the crap out of it. She got dirt everywhere. So she could definitely use a good washing. So get down in here, get this grease and grime out, and just get it all cleaned up, and then I'll probably repaint it. One thing I can do is, so this engine here is not quite as heavy, but it's going to be once that deal is on there. But here it's just got a regular pulley system on it, so I'll need a puller for that too, and of course it's going to be a shorter bolt. So the interesting thing is this is not a twin engine. This is a single piston engine that's putting out 20 horse. We'll try it out. If nothing else, I will ask around and find out. I mean, if I could find a carburetor for this, an original carburetor, this is not the original carburetor. But if I could find Well, this part is. This part's the carburetor. This unscrews from that. So this is the carburetor. If I could find the original carburetor for this particular engine, which this is a Kohler Magnum 18. Trying to find a plate here. Well, if I do end up finding a plate for it, I will. I'll put it in the description if I find a plate for it and find the engine serial number on it. The unit itself is the Z1802K. So it came with the Z4802M, so which is 48-inch deck. I mean, I would like to keep running this engine. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with the engine, but the carburetor is just, it's a terrible carburetor. So as I said before, I've been fighting a cold and it takes its toll. I will get this video out Sunday. I do appreciate everybody watching. As soon as I get to feeling better, I will get out into the storage unit and try to find that puller so we can get the clutches swapped, the clutches and pulleys swapped out, and see if we can't stick that engine in there and go from there. So I appreciate you. I thank you very much for watching. And if you like this video, you can watch that video, or you can watch my playlist. Got a couple other projects going on there, and or like and subscribe. A little deal there in the center. So I thank you for watching.